What's up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. In today's YouTube video, we're going to be talking about what makes a good first car. Now, this video is geared more towards car enthusiasts, so if you kind of don't care about what car you drive, you don't want to have fun with it, it's just a vehicle to get you from point A to point B, get a Toyota Corolla or like a Honda Civic or something reliable, something cheap. That's a good first car. This video is kind of It's going to be a little bit more about car enthusiast cars, so things that you can have fun in and learn how to drive well. Yeah, it's going to be about cars that are cheap, that are fun, that are reliable because they are first car, and are cars that will teach you how to drive. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to know how to drive a 700 horsepower Mustang with a supercharger on it. So yeah, we're just going to be going over the basics. Okay, we're going to get a little cold start right now. Okay, I am headed to school today. I didn't end up making that nighttime drive video because I got out of school early because it was the first day. So it was just like going over the syllabus and orientation and stuff for the class. But a couple was my third week in. It's been going good so far. So a little late, but we're gonna be headed to school again. Okay, now like I said previously, if you really don't care about cars and you clicked on this video, you just want a car to get you from point A to point B and be reliable and be good on gas, then the answer is simple. Get a Corolla, get a Prius, get a Camry, get a Civic. This video is kind of geared more towards car enthusiasts or people who enjoy driving cars and want to get into the scene. And this is just kind of going to be like my experience looking for a first car. I'm going to go over some of the categories and the things that I would look out for when I was looking for this car, my Integra. What the fuck? Turn on the camera and that shit happens, bro. No way. Yeah, but I think the first thing that you have to look out for when you are getting a first car is you got to make sure the car is reliable. You have to make sure the car is reliable, because if it's your first car, it's your only car, and you're not going to learn how to drive very much if it's not running. And there's tons of options that you can go for reliable cars that are still considered cool, you know. Toyota makes tons of cool cars. My girlfriend's Celica. We have even like the MR2 is a cool car. Lexus, you know, the IS, the SCs, even the LS 400s. They're reliable cars, and I think it's important for a first car to be a reliable one. It only makes sense that you have a car that's functioning, because if it's your first car, you might not know a ton about cars. You might know the basics, but it would be kind of hard getting under the hood of a 300ZX and looking at the twin turbo setup and being, what the fuck? It will get confusing. So I would just say to get something that's reliable, that won't break down as easy, and have it not as difficult to work on. Because if it is something that is difficult to work on and it does end up breaking down, then the repair costs are going to be like through the roof, compared to if you get something a little bit more simple and reliable. When something does inevitably break down, you're able to fix it on your own and build the skill set. I think the next thing that makes a good car is that it fits your budget. and only you know what your budget is. I think a lot of people say, oh yeah, my budget's 10K, but when something pops up on Facebook Marketplace for that $10,000, they're hesitant to message the buyer. I know that's how it was for me. I kept saying my budget was 7K, but I just felt like maybe it was a little bit too much for me at the time. I didn't want to blow all the money that I had in my bank account. So be realistic with what your budget is and find a car that fits that. There are tons of cars that are in cheaper price points. Honda Civics are fun cars that you can get for relatively cheap. Something that helped me on my journey of trying to find my first car was Mark Rodin's channel. Shout out to Mark Rodin. That dude made such good freaking videos. He still does, but he makes cheap car videos. So there's tons of categories. I'm more into the JDM scene, so there's cheap cars for almost every category, and cars that are definitely cool. I think the next thing that makes a good first car is that the car is kind of slow, and it doesn't make any sense until I explain it. But if you're a first-time driver and this is your first car, especially if you're learning how to drive manual for the first time, handling a car with freaking 500 horsepower is gonna be a lot, and it's gonna be a challenge. And I feel like it'll be a lot more beneficial, and I know it is for me, and it can be the same with a lot of other people, to learn how to drive a slow car fast. So master pushing a slow car with 100, 200 horsepower to its limit. That's pretty much all you need. There's no point in getting a car that's 500 horsepower if you don't know how to drive it. So getting something slow and then really learning and mastering what it takes to drive manual, or drive in general, to be honest, it'll be a lot more beneficial. I think next, when looking for a new car, it's important to recognize the drivetrain that you want. For me, at least, I went with front wheel drive, but that's just because I like Hondas. I think Hondas are really freaking cool, and understand the benefits of each drivetrain and kind of weigh out the options so you can figure out which one is best for you. I live in SoCal, so it rarely rains and there's never any snow, so I wouldn't have to deal with the problems of like winter rear wheel drive. I know a lot of people have to deal with that crap, and it fucking sucks. But yeah, if you do live in like heavy winter and heavy snow, it's definitely a thought to consider, and you could go the all-wheel drive route, and it makes a lot of sense. You know, it's really practical for that environment, and they handle really well. Like, they handle extremely well. And there's some fun cars, WRX, Evos, even like some Volvos, the S60R, I think. There's really cool cars that you can get that are all-wheel drive. I think a common misconception is that because the drivetrain is so complex that it's really heavy. But there's a lot of cars that are all-wheel drive, and they're super agile and really fun to drive. So there's definitely options. But yeah, just to decide which drivetrain you want, whether it is the rear-wheel drive for the great handling and 50-50 weight distribution, or front-wheel drive for reliability and simplicity and gas mileage, or if you want the all-wheel drive because of where you're from, and you would benefit a lot from being able to drive through certain terrains. Just weigh out your options. There's definitely cars that are in every category, and cars that are fun to drive and would make a great first car. Now, getting more into preference, I think you evidently want to drive a car that you think looks nice or looks cool, something that's appealing to you. And a good way to figure out what you like is to narrow down the body style. So for me, I knew right off the bat I wanted a coupe. I don't know what the hell it is, but I wanted a coupe. I was looking at the RSX or the GR86, even the 350Z. I just thought those, like, that style of car looked really good. So I was able to narrow down my options to that body style. And you can do the same thing for convertibles. There's Miatas, you have S2000. There's a bunch of options for sedans, at least. You have Evo, you have STI, WRX, you have even like 8th gen Honda Civic SIs that are sedans, and they look amazing. Even our new Honda Civic Type R, that's a sedan, and it looks amazing. So just being able to narrow down your options to the specific body style that you want, it really helps out a lot, because you weed out the ones that you don't want. And at the end of the day, it's all about getting in a car that you're gonna enjoy, that puts a smile on your face when you walk to it. Getting even deeper into the preferences, figuring out what drivetrain you want, it really is just up to you. Whether you want to drive a manual car, you want to learn. I truly believe that everyone who is into cars, at least, should be able to learn how to drive a manual transmission. But at the end of the day, it is up to you. I think I'm gonna make a video in the future talking about why I think everyone should learn how to drive manual. But yeah, there's sick ass cars with automatic options. My car, for instance, comes in an automatic. I know the new GR86 is, although I wouldn't do it, they definitely come in an automatic. So it's just up to you. It's up to personal preference, whatever you think you would enjoy driving. If you're up for the challenge and you really want to feel connected to the car, then by all means go for the manual, learn it. But I feel like the whole point of what I'm trying to say here, in general, the entire video, is that you should know what you like, know what you want to drive, know what'll make you smile every day and want to get in the car, get any excuse to get in the car. Narrowing down your options for drivetrain, for body style, for transmission, even engine size. Like I was specifically looking for a 4-cylinder because I wanted something that was lightweight and good on gas, and here we are. I got my Integra. So just narrowing down the options, you're able to find a car that is perfect for you. And at the end of the day, if that car that you end up finding does meet whatever criteria that you specifically are looking for, then it'll be a good first car to you. I think every person's first car is special to them in their own way. I know for me, at least, this is no GSR or even Type R, but I don't ever plan on selling this car just because of what it means to me. And I know for a lot of people watching that have had many cars in the past, they'll always tell you about their first and that it's truly something special. So as we are wrapping up this video, I do want to ask a question to the comment section and all the viewers that are watching. What was your guys' first car? Whether that be a performance car or even something simple. I wanna hear your guys' thoughts and what your experience is with a first car. And as I'm about to park, I'm gonna wrap up this video. Thank you guys for clicking on the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I've been getting a lot of support recently, and it's given me a lot of motivation to keep going with the YouTube channel. It's really fun, and I like hearing all the stories and the advice and support that I get from each and every one of you guys. So it does mean a lot. And please comment. I love commenting and responding to people's comments. I try to respond to every single person that I can. It does get a little hectic with school and work going on. I actually just started another job. But yeah, comment down below your first car, any other tips that I missed, anything like that. It does help a lot. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys so much again, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.